Hi everyone, welcome to Beauty by Trish. I hope that you all are doing really well today. Coming to you today with my week in review. Things that I have used, tried, played around with. So this week I made myself put down my Hangover RX primer because I use it nonstop, which is fine because I love it, but I have others that I need to work through. So I put that down for a little while. And I pulled out these two. This is the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth. This is almost gone, but I am going to finish it off by the end of the month. I'm almost positive it won't even take that long. I really do like this primer. This is a great drugstore primer. It does blur my pores, and even I've taken it up under my eyes and it has helped my concealer look a little bit better. So this is a good one, but I've had it for a while, so I need to use that up. And then this one, and this one is the one that I have used today. This is Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydra Prime. This is primer, lotion, 12-hour moisture, 3-in-1. Moisturizes, primes, and perfects. This is more of a thick, like almost a lotiony feel. The Maybelline is more of a has silicone in it. I'm pretty sure it has silicone in it. And I've noticed with this one that it keeps my skin looking fresher if I'm using a heavier foundation. So I really do enjoy this one. It works great with lighter foundations too. Today I used the Sephora Air Flash foundation and it does great. So I really do like those two primers. Those are really nice drugstore alternatives. I have been using these guys this week. This Milani Restore and Retouch. It has a little more coverage than the Neutrogena, but the Neutrogena is a lot more moisturizing. For the way I like my under eyes to look, I do, when I use this, go in with my Age Rewind, just a tiny little V right here where I get so dark when I use the Neutrogena Hydra Boost, because it's such a hydrating formula. It has a medium coverage. If you're wanting a full coverage concealer, you would not like this because it's more moisturizing and a light to a medium coverage. This one is not as moisturizing, but it does not accentuate dryness under my eyes. So this is a nice one. Neither one would be repurchases for me, but I'll definitely use them up. As far as foundations, I've been using my Neutrogena Hydro Boost a good bit this week. You guys know I love this. One of my favorite foundations, especially my problematic areas where I feel like I have a little more lines, a little more issues. That just gives me a little more plumpness, and I don't feel that they're quite so noticeable. The other foundation, and I have this one on today, this is the Sephora Airbrush. And I explained in the Get Ready With Me because I had a couple people send me emails and they wanted to know if this was comparable to actually having an airbrush system. To me, it's not. With the airbrush machine, you have an air compressor, whether it's a small, like a I forget the brand name that I have, the small one, but then I have a big air compressor for airbrush makeup or body painting or whatever. You have that air compression. This is an aerosol. I did this side of my face spraying it, and I seriously had to get up and leave the room and come back because I thought I was going to have an asthma attack. It would have to be in a very ventilated room. My makeup room is not a ventilated room, so that didn't work out well for me. But I sprayed this on one of my oval makeup brushes, and it looks the same on this side as it did on this side. So this is great. It looks so good on your skin. You want your skin just to look fresh and good. This is as close as you're going to get to a skin-like finish other than the airbrush systems. For blushes this week, I have been using Jordana. I just love Jordana blushes. This one is Rose Silk. I wore this one a couple times. This one is Tawny Beige. Let me turn my light down a little bit. I think you might be able to see the colors a little bit better that way. This is Blushing Rose. This is the one I have on today. Really pretty, very inexpensive. I love these. I've either been using my Hourglass in Radiant Bronze Light, or I've been using the contour side of the Wet n Wild, and this is the one that is more of a yellow on the highlight side. This is what I have on today. Wet n Wild, Hourglass. You choose. I did film a get ready with me on this look if you like it, and I used my new Lorac palette for the first time, and I really did like it a lot. I used Hot Toddy, Starfish, and Kitty Cat. And then I used the Cozy from my brow bone to the Hot Toddy. Then I mixed the Hot Toddy and the Starfish with a really small brush. I kind of dusted it under my lash line. I took my straight brush and I dipped back into the Kitty Cat and just kind of stamped it into my lash line because I wanted something there, but I didn't want something really dark there. On my lid is this. I love this. This is the Butter London Cream. It's more of a gel. In Frosted. That is what is on my lid, and I love it. It is beautiful, super easy to use. I just took a concealer brush and patted it on, and then on the outer V, just on my lid, nowhere else, I did go back into the Kitty Cat and I just kind of stamped it on the outer V, and then I just took a really kind of a thin blending brush and just married all that together. Most of the week I've been using this Ulta Beauty Matte Neutrals palette. I use this in the videos you saw this past week. This is the look. The fast one where I sped through it, this is the palette that I used in that Get Ready With Me, and that's the colors that I had on. You kick up a lot of powder when you use this palette, but I kicked up a lot with my Lorac today too. So wears nicely. They wear all day. I hate to give a negative impression. And when I was editing that video, when I talked about this and suggested the Makeup Revolution, which I still do because those are really good palettes, I felt like I was being really unfair because the eye look looked great. It doesn't get muddy or anything like that. It's just what you want to put into a palette. I think that $20 for this palette is a little much. Personal opinion. I would be much more comfortable if it were 10 or 15. So I would be much more comfortable recommending this palette if it were 10 or $15. Once again, just my personal opinion. And on my lips today, and I've been using a lot of these are the Vivid Matte Liquids from Maybelline. These are so comfortable. They do not dry totally down. They will transfer, but they are very comfortable to wear. They do have a good wear time, and I just really do enjoy these. I did a video using these guys. These are Cherry Blooms Fiber Lash, Vinyl Liner, and Fiber Brow. I messed up, and I'm just, I'm straight up with you guys. I messed up because in the Fiber Brow, I did use the stencil. I know I can't use a stencil. I never like the way my brows look when I do a stencil. I just don't. So I should not have done that. I should have just free-handed it. This is the product. Nevertheless, it does have a really good wear time. The Fiber Lash I used one time before one coat. I did two in the video, and I used the vinyl liner for the first time. Now when I was reading this, and this is because I heard several people say that this flaked off. When I read, apply to the lash line and allow to dry for 30 seconds to refrain from getting on eyelid, which told me you were not supposed to put it up onto your eyelid. I always put it up on my eyelid, but nevertheless, I didn't notice flaking. I also did 2 coats of this. Between the 3-hour and the 5-hour mark, there were a couple times that I did have to brush some fibers off of my cheeks. I do know that last night when I went in to wash my face like I normally do, I did get a fiber or something in my eye, and it hurts so bad. I don't know where it came from, and it could have been handler error because I use the microfiber towels, wash rags. And when I went in to rinse, it could have been stuck in that microfiber because you know everything clings in there. And then I could have actually redeposited that in my own eye. So those were just a couple of the issues that I had. Fiber lash, beautiful. It looked beautiful. And if you do want to get this and try it, make sure you read the application process, because you are only supposed to go mid eyelash to put the fibers. Don't go clear to your base, it'll be all in your eyes. And the eyeliner, I'm going to continue to use the eyeliner. I didn't have any problem with it at all, like this, and I will use that. And the brush was really nice too. I have not yet had a chance to try this with a brush. I don't care for it with the stencil, and I like a smaller applicator. So I'm just going to take a regular eyebrow brush and try those just free-handed and see. The fiber lashes, I'm just really, my eyes are so sensitive, I'm afraid of them. I do have a friend that loves fiber mascara, fiber types of mascara. So she is going to try these out for me, and then I will pass on her point of view because she uses a couple different ones. So she would be much better at giving a testament to these than I would be. I will have a discount code down below. She did send me a discount code with some yummy chocolate candy. But thank you so much for sending that to me. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really amazing day. Have a great start to your week, and I will see you in the next video.